Hi, my people. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? What's up? How na day? Can you see me? Let me share this live stream. I've not shared. Let me share the live stream. How you guys doing? Good evening. Happy Sunday. Happy new month. I think it's the first live stream I'm doing for the month, Abby. I think I did a live stream last week. Oh. No, this is not the first. I did a live stream last week. How you guys doing? Hope you're all doing fine. What's up with you all? Happy Sunday. It's been raining cats and dogs here in Lagos for the past 1 week, guys. Like, it's not easy. It's not been easy for me, you know. But thank God. Um, Please, you're coming. Like the live stream, like and share. Let me share. Please like and share. Oh. I'm not gonna waste time today. All right, so you guys know the title of today's live stream. First of all, we're going to talk about um, okay, Miss Supra, National Zambia gifted a brand new car, and also former Miss World uh, pregnant during her reign. All right, so we're going to talk about this. First of all, I'll start with congratulations 2024 Christina. She announced her pregnancy, I think 2 days ago, and a lot of persons were happy for her, but some persons were shocked that this her pregnancy goes against the rules of Miss World. And in as much as we are congratulating her, thanking God, for this good news, but we want to also talk about the rules and regulations of Miss World, because you guys know Miss World, they are very very strict when it comes to things like that. Okay, in as much as of they are celebrating femininity. Okay, they also have their rules and regulations that guide the pageant. Okay, so I want you guys to tell me what you think about Christina's pregnancy, her announcement, and everything. That's what we're going to be discussing today. But first of start with, what do I start with first? Please like this live stream. Oh. What do I start with? Let me know. Which story do we start with? Which story do we start with? I have 14 persons watching me. Oh, please like this live stream. Okay, let me start with Christina's story. Okay, so Christina Miss World 2024. You guys know her. She just relinquished her crown. That was in May, and she wrote this. She now announced her pregnancy on, when was this pregnancy announced? That was on Friday. Today is Sunday, right? She announced on Friday that she was pregnant. One chapter has finished, another one is starting. Okay, that was what she posted on her Instagram page. And the pictures that she posted there, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. For those of you that have seen it, some persons were saying that that pregnancy was up more than 2 months, 3 months. pregnancy. But what I'm saying, this pregnancy should be like 4 months, because normally you're not supposed to announce pregnancy when it's less than 3 months. You understand? So I think probably she announced at 4 months. At least this pregnancy is more than 4 months. Um, so that's it. So when she announced this pregnancy, some persons were like, she just relinquished her title in May. She gave up a title in May, and this is July. So that means that if she's 4 months pregnant or gotten pregnant while she was still the reigning Miss World. Okay, so well, for me personally, I think that the Miss World organization, probably they must have heard, or she told them that she was pregnant, as at that time, as at the time she was still the reigning Miss World. But because it was close to her reign, it just allowed the things to slide, because normally Miss World frowns against a title holder getting pregnant and giving birth during their reign. Okay, they don't even accept nursing mothers or mothers, married women into the pageant in the first place. They frown against it. And if you guys remember, there was a former Miss World that was in, I think it's Helen Morgan. She was a bit 60s. I can't remember. Is it 60s or no, not 50s. I think it was in the 70s. If you go back in history, because I remember then it was the time that I read it. Then I wasn't born then. Was I born then? During that period, I don't know. Let me even browse it. I don't want to talk too much. I know it was Helen Morgan, a former Miss World, they dethroned her. She was dethroned because she didn't tell the organizers that she had a baby. Like she was already a mother before she contested for the pageant, and that made Miss World to dethrone her as at that time. I remember her name as Helen Morgan. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the year. I'm trying to get the year. I don't know if you are watching and you have information on that. Just let me know. Helen Morgan, yeah. Okay. Yes. So I have the information now. He said Helen Morgan became the second Welsh woman. Okay, so she was from Wales. She became the second Welsh woman and the fourth UK representative to win the Miss World pageant in 1974. However, she was forced to resign only 4 days after winning the pageant, upon the media creating extremely negative and lurid headlines as she was an unwed mother with an 18-month-old son. That was what happened. So she was crowned in 1974. Then I wasn't born. I wasn't born there, but I saw the news. Like I saw the history of Miss World contestants that resigned due to this particular issue. Okay, so it was later found out 4 days after she won Miss World that she was an unmarried woman with an 18-year-old son, which she didn't disclose to the organization. So you guys know that Miss World, they are very strict. Even the criteria for you to even participate in the pageant, you must not have been a married woman, you must not be married rather, and you must not be you must not have had children. Okay, so I think that they want single women between the ages of 18 and 28, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the age range. Or married and not yet, you must not have had children pageant. Okay, so this one is very, very strict with that. So whoever is caught doing this will be forced to resign. You have to resign because that's against their policy. All right, so in this particular case, I want to find out, was this an exception to Christina? Because if the organization has found out, that she got pregnant during her reign, I don't know. I said maybe they've relaxed they've changed their policies, or they've changed their rules. Because that, for me, I would not even encourage them to make to I wouldn't even encourage, or I would not support the organization to force her to resign. I won't do that. But in as much as we are trying to celebrate with her, trying to congratulate her, or we are happy for her, we still need to know the rules of the organization. Is it that you can still be pregnant, continue your reign as Miss World, or those are the things that the organization need to come out and let us know. Because going forward, a lot of girls will be doing the same thing. She has set the pace for so many young ladies now to do the same thing. They feel like, oh, when they win the pageant, they can go into relationships and become pregnant during their reign, and nothing will happen. So I think the organization needs to set things straight. Let us know where they stand in this particular issue. So that is just my own take on it. But all the same, congratulations to Christina, congratulations to her partner, okay? Because like I said, they are not married yet, and probably they were dating during her reign, and she fell pregnant. But if she signed a contract during her reign that she should not, that it's against the rules for her to fall pregnant, then why did she fall pregnant during her reign? Do you understand? At this point, the organization should let us know where they stand. Is it that they've reduced, or they've relaxed those rules and regulations, so that at least any lady that wants to contest for Miss World, they wants to go for Miss World, at least they should be able to know the rules and regulations, and know if they are permitted to get pregnant during their reign. Okay, so all these things should be set, or should be cleared by the organization, by the Miss World organization. Because for me, it has set a standard for the other ladies, because they feel like, oh, whenever they win the pageant, or if they are crowned the Miss World in the future, they can do whatever, they can do, what they can do. They can get pregnant, and they have the right to date and get pregnant during their reign. So I think the organization should set the standard. And also, what happened to Christina? All right, so now let me read some of the comments that some persons dropped in her video, on her post rather. All right, so some persons were saying that they knew that she was already pregnant, because I watched Louis Potele's video when he was saying that they knew already. They knew, I think, about 2 months ago, that she was already pregnant, but everybody was just keeping a low key until she passed her crown. Okay, so that was what some persons were saying. But I was looking at her other pictures, that she didn't seem that she was pregnant. I don't know. I don't know, Sha. I don't understand. But let's just say, well, she was pregnant during her. If she was pregnant during the last month of her reign, you see that because what the pregnancy that I saw is more than 3 months. So it's up to 4 months pregnancy. Okay, so let me read this comment. Somebody said, pregnancy is not a mistake, it's a beautiful natural part of life. If a woman can fulfill her duties while also bringing new life into the world, then she is not breaking tradition, she is redefining it. Congratulations to Christina. Wish you and your lovely baby all the best. Okay, I agree with this comment, but it does not align with what Miss World, with Miss World organization, with their rules and regulations. If Oh my God. Someone said, I don't blame you for being pregnant during your reign as Miss World, but I question Julia Molly's credibility. That was what somebody commented. But for me, Julia wouldn't have done, like, I don't understand. I want to find out. There's something, I don't know. During your reign as a beauty queen, especially if, I'm just regarding Miss World, are you allowed to have relationships? Because if you're not allowed to have relationship, then there's no business for you to get pregnant. Do you understand? During your reign as a title holder, relationships, then it's very awkward to get pregnant during your reign. So talking about Julia's credibility, probably you can date, and it doesn't stop you from continuing your reign as a beauty queen. To me, there's nothing Julia would have done in this regard, because if they're allowed to date, then she cannot control what Christina does. You understand? So somebody saying that Julia's credibility, she's also a mother now, so she understands what it means to to get pregnant at during your reign. So she would not want to just chastise her like that. So those of you that are dropping negative comments, please think twice before you drop that negative comment. You understand? Because this is a very, very sensitive topic, But I would say that if it's not allowed during your reign, then I feel like Miss World would have sanctioned her. If it wasn't allowed, they would have sanctioned her. But going forward, I know a lot of ladies now would do this later on. You understand? So I would like the organization to clear the air on this particular rules and regulations. Is a beauty queen, is she allowed during her reign to have relationships or to get pregnant? Those are the things that Miss World organization should clear up. Because the way I'm seeing it, if they don't clear the air, more ladies will come out and do the same thing in the future. That's just it. Anyway, congratulations to Christina. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her partner, and I wish them all the best of luck. Okay, so yes, that's my own take on this particular topic. Now, going forward to the next topic. That's how I was just scrolling around though. I saw Miss Supranational Zambia being gifted a brand new car. I said no, I must talk about this. I must talk about this. I must talk about this. Alright, so he said Miss Supranational Zambia and Miss Supranational Africa. You guys know that she also won the crown of Miss Supranational Africa, okay? And the overall top model of Miss Supranational this year. Alright, so she receives a brand new car from her country after stellar performance at Miss Supranational 2025. Alright, so in this video that I saw, she was being led to a red beautiful car, and she was handed over the keys by the national director. Okay, so that's a very, 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 very interesting event, because somebody commented. Okay, yes, I was really, really happy for her, because this is very rare. It's very rare. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing, or this is the first time I'm witnessing, or I'm seeing this kind of thing happen. That a beauty queen is gifted a car after she goes for international competition. To that gift is to appreciate her effort in that particular pageant. This is the first time I'm seeing such a thing happening. So I think that Zambia has set the bar very high, especially for beauty queens here in Nigeria, because it's so sad that a Nigerian beauty queen, after she has done very well for her country and she comes back to Nigeria, they don't even give her, in fact, to even give her a difficult. Very, very difficult. I remember when Chidinma came back after the Miss Universe competition, and I was like, why didn't they give her a very befitting welcoming ceremony? The only thing they did was to welcome her on the airport, and they did they had a press conference, and that was it. You just imagine what happened with Zambia. She went for a lesser pageant, Miss Supranational pageant, and she came back with, and she was gifted a brand new car. I know there's some persons here in Nigeria that can do more than that. You understand? But I don't know. At this point, I don't know whether it's the country that gifted her or if it's her national director that gifted her. I don't know at this point. But what they said there was that her country gifted her the car. Meaning that it's either the government or fans contributed money and gave her and bought the car for her. That's what I think from this whole scenario of this thing. I feel like if it's her countries, either the fans donated money to buy her the car, or the government, the Zambian government, gave her the car for making them proud. So if you're just coming in, or if you don't know what happened, Miss Zambia won Miss Supranational Africa. She also won the top model, supra model of the year, and she also won she also won the continental title. Miss Supranational Africa, Supermodel of Africa, and Supermodel of the Year. Okay, so those are 3 awards that she got. And when she came back into the country, she was gifted a brand new car. For me, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her because this is a very, very, very welcoming development here in Africa, because it's very difficult for Africans to appreciate their queens. So this is the first time I'm seeing, or I'm witnessing this type of appreciation. So that's it though. Zambia has set the bar higher. When I saw it, I was really, really happy. And I was like, here in Nigeria, how many persons will do this? How many national pageants or national directors will do this? I cited Chidinma's win as an example. When she came back to the country, aside from the welcoming ceremony at the airport and the press conference, what other party or what other thing did they gift her? Because I was expecting them to gift her or give her something tangible. Nothing was given to her. So please, let's try as much as possible to always appreciate our queens. When I saw this particular story, I was so happy, because at least these other African countries are watching as well. They will use this as an example. They will use this as an example to show the other countries that it's good to appreciate your queen. It's good for you to be able to, show that appreciation and let them know that they are important. But over here in Nigeria, how many national directors will even grant or even sponsors? Let's forget about the national. Maybe it's a sponsor that gave her the car. I don't know. But how many sponsors will do this? I'm just saying after they've done well in the international pageant. I'm not even talking pageant or not. You understand? After you've gone to international pageant and you've done your country well, and you have done your country proud, and you now later come back to the country, how many national directors or how many countries will appreciate their queen like what Zambia just did? Because this is a very, very, very huge how would I put it? Like, they've set the bar high. They've set the bar high. She did not even what she the pageant Miss Supranational is not even a how would I put it, like the pageant is not a how would I don't know. Miss Universe is higher than it now in terms of ranking. Miss Supranational is just, I think they're number 4 or 5 in the rankings based on international pageant. They are not really they are not a very high or pageant, you understand? But for the fact that Zambia was able to recognize the fact that their queen went on to that pageant and she did, extremely well. Kudos to them. I'm very happy for what they did. If the organizers of Miss Universe Nigeria, they know or they are watching, they should hide their faces in shame. They should hide their face in shame. Because this is a very, very, this what they did in Zambia. It shows that they appreciate their queens more than what we do here in Nigeria. In fact, even like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing this kind of thing. I have not experienced it even in my years of blogging about beauty pageant. Even before I became very consistent in beauty pageant, I've not seen this type of thing before. This is the first time that a particular beauty queen is being gifted a car after doing very well in an international pageant. So if she had won Miss Supranational, what would they give to her? They would buy her a house now, because she just won the African title for Miss Supranational, and she's getting this huge gift. So what if she had won Miss Supranational? And mind you, she's not even the first African to win Miss Supranational. We had a South African winner 2 years ago. Last year, we had who was Miss Supranational? Okay, it was South Africa now last year. Brioni. She was Miss Supranational Africa. So, Zambia, they've set the bar very high. Kudos to the fans, kudos to the national director of Zambia. They know how to treat their queens very well. They know how to appreciate their queens. They know how to show love to their queens. But over here in Nigeria, how many people will do such a thing? The Chichi that we are clamoring about, Chichi did very well, Chichi did. Chichi. Do you know that Miss Universe is ranked higher than Miss Supranational? Yet, when she came back, they could not even hold a befitting welcoming ceremony. They just held a press conference. And I remember I said it on my channel that time that, why did they not give Chidinma a befitting state banquet? Why? And look at Miss Zambia. She did not even get up to that rank. And yet she was gifted a brand new car. It's a shame to Nigeria and a shame to other African countries that you need to support your queen, you need to appreciate your queen. This should be a lesson to the other African countries and to Nigeria, because this country, I don't understand what is happening. In as much as they don't even support the queen during her international journey, when they come back, they don't even show the appreciation. Whenever the queen comes down back to Nigeria and she does very well in an international pageant, they don't show appreciation. They don't show appreciation. They only talk about negative parts. Or I don't know. Let's just use that as an example, because during this recent years now, she has been the highest placed Nigerian in a pageant. What did they do for her? Did they buy her a car? Did they do anything tangible? Okay, let's go about the car now. Did they hold a state banquet for her? Like a befitting welcoming ceremony to appreciate her to appreciate the fact that she did the country proud. No, they didn't do that. Instead, they held a conference and they were talking. I don't know what they were saying in that conference. I don't know what they were saying in that conference. So this is a big lesson to national directors here in Nigeria. Please try and appreciate queens, because people are watching. People are watching. This what happened in Zambia now is a wake-up call. It's a huge wake-up call for queens. Because when other queens or whether other aspirants or other ladies, they see that you're appreciating your queens, everybody want to put in effort. In fact, they will get more popularity. More persons will want to join the pageant. More persons will be interested to join the pageant because they feel like, oh, their effort is being appreciated. Their effort is being recognized. But when they don't recognize their effort, nobody will want to waste their money to join a pageant when at the end of the day you don't appreciate their effort. Because now pageantry is very expensive. With the high rate of inflation now in Nigeria, if you want to join a pageant, if you don't have more, if you have less than 5 million, don't even bother. That's if you want to go low budget too. If you have less than 5 million naira, don't even bother to attend a national pageant. I'm talking about national pageant, not even international. So it's very, very expensive. To join pageantry is not a joke. It's not a joke. Very expensive. So when these ladies see that their efforts are not being recognized or is not being appreciated, nobody will want to join the pageant. Everybody will run away. Nobody won't go waste money, join pageant to be say they not go recognize the efforts. Instead, they dash the person up and down. Look at what they did to Paula. Paula that put in her effort, if you see Paula's wardrobe, you know that Paula spent a lot of money for this pageant. Yet, what did she get in return? Some persons were still insulting her dressing, her insulting, just saying that she lacked composure. I was like, what's that? Is that how you perceive her? Let me not use the word HATE because I don't understand again. Because that commenter was she had a lot of grudges in her to mention that kind of statement against Paula. We all could see the effort that Paula put in. Yet some persons they still bashed her. They bashed her. If Paula tell you how much she spent for her journey, all she spent on her wardrobe, her costume, the hair, the makeup, the just her outfit in general, her pageant coaching, everything. If Paula should tell you how much she spent, you will hide your head in shame. You keep quiet. You will not be, just keep quiet. And yet some persons will come out and say she did not do well, she didn't do this, her wardrobe was, she lacked composure, she lacked this, she lacked that, I was like, seriously? Me, when I see something that is worth appreciating, I don't hesitate. I appreciate the effort that the person put in. So please, what happened in Zambia is a wake-up call. A wake-up call for us to always appreciate our queens. Give them words of encouragement. But here in Nigeria, before you even see, although some persons encourage, but some persons, when the result did not go their way, they turn to something else. They change the whole narrative because the result did not go their way. But we all know that Paula of a placement in the top 24. Everybody saw it. We all saw that it was daylight robbery. So please, even if you don't have the financial capacity to appreciate, at least use your mouth to prophesy and to say words of encouragement. Look at Tiwa that came back from his ward after getting the top 20. What did they do for her? What did they do for her? Just airport ceremony. What did the franchise holders, what did the national directors do for her? Did they hold a party for her? Did they hold an appreciation party for her? No, they didn't do that. Chidima, they did not do that. Joy, they did not do that. Who else again? Paula, they will not even try because they feel like, oh, Paula did not even play, so why would they even host a party for her? But you all know that Paula also tried as best as well. So, this is a wake-up call to all the national directors in Africa. Please, when your queen comes back from an international pageant, and she does extremely well, she represented your country very well, she put your country in the map, try and appreciate. Even if you don't buy her a car, but at least buy her other gifts, hold a party for her, appreciate her effort. It's not easy. People think that pageantry is an easy journey. It's not easy. I remember my last live stream, I talked about it. It's not an easy venture. It's not easy. It's not easy. Because some persons will feel like, if you know you cannot attend the international pageant, don't even bother yourself. Do you understand? Some persons are like that. They will make such comments. They forget that apart from the physical preparations, your mental health is also affected as well. Your mental health is also affected as well. Your it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot contesting for a pageant. It's a whole lot. It's not easy. It drains you financially. It drains you physically. Like the whole, it affects your mental health, especially when you don't, probably you don't place, It affects your, and if you don't have somebody, people that encourage you, people that are around you that encourage you, the person might go into depression. So please, let's encourage our queens in one way or the other. Even if you cannot give her financially, give her words of encouragement. Show her love. It's very important. And I'm so happy and so proud of Miss Supranational Zambia organization, the fans Zambia, the government for what they did. I'm so happy for for the way they appreciated their queen. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I hope that the other African countries are going to learn from what happened in Zambia. They should learn and do better. They should learn and do better. Especially here in Nigeria. A particular person can do that, can buy her a car in Nigeria. We have rich men here in Nigeria that can do the needful. We have fans here that can contribute money and do the needful. But me, I'm not saying you should buy her a car. It's not a must though. But what I'm saying is that, whatever way you can appreciate your queens, please do so. Appreciate them in whatever capacity that you can. Please, disclaimer, I'm not saying that you must buy her a car, but at least try as much as possible to appreciate your beauty queens. Appreciate your beauty queens. National directors, appreciate your beauty queens. Appreciate them after they've done well internationally and they come back. Show them love. Show them that you appreciate their effort. Anyway, I'll soon end the live stream. So if you have any what we just mentioned, please comment down below. Comment down below. All right. Comment down below. Comment down below before I end the live stream. What do you think about the topic that was raised? right, so this week I'm going to be posting my wish list for Miss Cosmo Nigeria and Miss Universe Nigeria. Okay, so you guys should watch out for my wish list. I think that's basically all for this week. If there's any other information, of course, I would guys. Okay, so that's it for this live stream. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you for the likes. For those of you that have been watching, let us know your thoughts on these particular topics that we raised. Okay, let us know your thoughts, and then please, before you leave the live stream, like this live stream. Okay, like and share. All right, guys. Good night, everybody. I'll see you in my next live stream coming up very soon. Bye.